Summer is right around the corner, which means corn is now in season. And these delicious corn ribs are gonna be a hit at your next cookout. If you wanna be legendary at your next cookout, you have to make these corn ribs. This recipe is actually really easy and goes very fast. We just have to do a little bit of prep work. All right, we're gonna start with our Chipotle-Ancho Crema. Now you can use sour cream for this, totally fine, but I love using this Mexican table cream. I just love the way it pours. It pours very much like Chipotle sour cream. And we just need about half a cup. I wanna kinda eyeball this because this doesn't need to be exact measurements. Let's call that half a cup. We can always adjust later if the flavors aren't balanced. And if you wanna do the lazy thing, you can always take a half cup. I tilt it to the side. I'm like, does that look like that would fill that up? It feels like it would. Next up, we need a Chipotle and adobo sauce. This is our secret flavor weapon. And I'm gonna just take out one, and I wanna get some of that adobo sauce that it comes packed in as well. So there's one Chipotle, give it a nice little mincing. And this is gonna bring some smokiness as well as a little bit of heat. Next, we're gonna need a half teaspoon of ancho chili powder. And finally, 1 teaspoon of honey. This is gonna help balance the smokiness of the Chipotle. Just give this a little mixing. Typically, I would put this in a squeeze bottle and dabble it over the top, but I'm not gonna do that today. And of course, we always want to taste. It's good. It's missing something. I feel like it's missing salt. I'm gonna start with a pinch of salt, see if that does it for us. It's definitely better. I almost wanna put some lime juice in it, and I think I'm gonna put a little squeeze of lime juice in here. Welcome to cooking, y'all. Everything doesn't always work right off the gate. Sometimes you have to make adjustments. So we're just going just a couple squeezes of lime juice. That might have been maybe what, like half a teaspoon. All right, let's taste it. We added lime juice, we added salt. Much better. At the end of the day, you're just following directions, but you also sometimes have to freestyle it to make it work for you. All right, let's make our Tequila-Lime wash. By the way, I forgot to mention this. I am gonna pop this in the refrigerator while we get everything else together. We're gonna take 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I like to use unsalted butter whenever I can because I wanna be able to control the salt. If you get salted butter, you're pretty much stuck with the base level of whatever amount of salt that they have is. Now trust me, I do love salted butter, but mostly for bread. All right, after about 40 seconds in the microwave, we've got some melted butter. Again, that was 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We're going with 2 tablespoons of Blanco Tequila, and this is just Espolón. We're gonna take a lime and we're gonna zest the entire thing. And make sure you're not getting too deep into the white of the lime because it can get bitter. So I hold my microplane this way up top. I just run it over it. Just helps being able to see where I'm going so I'm not hitting the same spot over and over again, getting to that white bitter part. And we're also gonna take the juice of this lime, but we wanna zest it first. It just makes life much easier zesting when you have a whole lime versus cutting it in half, squeezing it, and then trying to get the zest from it. That's pretty good. And we'll just squeeze as much of this juice in here as we can. And we're doing the whole lime, folks. Great way to work on your grip strength. Next up, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Chili powder, not the ancho that we had early. There are 2 different types of chili powder in here. Don't mix the 2 up. So we're gonna go, let's call that 1 teaspoon. So we're gonna go in with half a teaspoon of garlic powder and half a teaspoon of salt. All right, let's give this a nice mixing. While I'm not going to taste this, I am going to smell it. It smells amazing. Got some sweet corn here, 4 ears of it. We're coming into the summertime. I just feel like this is a great recipe to make. Now, depending on where you get your corn, you may have to do a little bit of adjustments. So like right now, I like the way that top looks. So we'll get the husk off. We'll get any of this hair stuff off, the silk off. I don't know why I call it hair stuff. Let's go ahead and just cut off this top. Same thing with our bottom. So we've got most of our silk off. It's okay if some of it's still on there. It's just gonna burn off. All right, with both ends cut off, we're just gonna place it down. We're gonna take our knife. We want to quarter this. So again, you're gonna have to do kind of a rocking motion with your knife, but eventually it will go all the way down. Boom, got it. Then taking our halves and quartering them. Bam, that's a corn rib. And a quick tip, I didn't do this initially, but if you use this end of the knife versus this end, you'll get a much cleaner and quicker cut. If you go here, you just don't have as much leverage, but if you're using this back part of the knife, you have, a lot more force because your wrist is closer to it. I'm sure it's some type of simple machine explanation, but that's just my observation. And I am just going to place these on a baking sheet because we're gonna air fry these today. I'm gonna do these with the kernels up so we can brush our butter on. And now I'm just gonna do this to the rest of these. Now we just want to brush our tequila lime butter on liberally. I mean, go crazy with it. Paint these almost red. I'm telling y'all, this is a fantastic party appetizer. It's just a fun way to eat corn. It's like, you know, we're not reinventing anything, but we're just giving you a new way to do it. Our corn is buttered up, and now all we have to do is just pop it into the air fryer at 400 degrees for about 12 minutes. And just so you can see my air fryer, this was gifted to us. Let's see if you can see it. You can see it in my bathroom. The bathroom if you need to go. This is a Ninja air fryer. It also is an oven. It's also a lot of things. It was gifted to us. Popping it on, we're gonna make sure it is set to air fry. I'm gonna pop it up to 12 minutes at 400, preheat it, and then we pop it in. Actually, I'm gonna add 3 more minutes. So this could go 12 to 15 minutes as it's getting louder. This can go 12 to 15 minutes. It just depends on what type of air fryer that you're using. I'm really gonna look for a visual cue of it starting to blister and get that charred look on it. That's what I'm gonna take it out. So it could take 12 minutes, could take 15, it might take a little bit longer, or it could be less. But we're just looking for it to get that charred look on it. All right, it has preheated. Just gonna pop that in there, close it. I'll check on it at 12 minutes and see how it's doing, and then we're pretty much done. We've got under a minute left. We went the full 15 minutes. I'm gonna check on it and see, do I wanna go a little bit longer? Which, by the way, any chance I get to say this, nitro glove, the blue thing on top, cotton glove underneath it, I can touch anything that's hot with dexterity and not worry about getting burned. I always like to share that tip whenever I can. All right, I can definitely tell we wanna go a little bit longer. Corn's here, it's not quite charred, but as you can see, it's starting to curl, and that's definitely what we want. Now I wanna get some charring on it, and I think that might just be another 5 minutes. This is done and fine the way that it is, but just for the sake of like the thumbnail and all that stuff, I just wanted to be a little bit more charred, but you can eat this totally fine, it's cooked. So back in, we're gonna go. Let's go 5 more minutes. If it's not charred after that, I'm just gonna call it done. Same temperature, 400 degrees. All right, that extra 5 minutes was very, very helpful. As you can see, our corn curled up. Got some good char on it, not to my full liking, but it's all good. I'm not gonna obsess over it. Like if I really wanted to, I could take a torch to it. If this was on the grill, it would definitely be a lot better, but for today, this works. So let's get a couple of these pieces on here. I don't know how I want to plate this quite yet. I think this super curled guy should go up front. That, maybe this big piece here, because I think we're going to do some verticality here. Making foods look tall is always a win. And I'm gonna eventually look in the monitor and see what this is looking like. We're gonna take our crema. I'm just gonna spoon it into this ramekin. Shout out to everybody who stays around for the plating part. This is one of my favorite things to do outside of eating the food. So I hope you enjoy it too. So then we got some options. I am gonna put some Cotija cheese down. I'm gonna put it here so you see how it's spelled. I'm gonna crumble this myself today, but you can also use a grated one. I just think this is gonna look better and more rustic. If you're wondering, Cotija cheese is, for lack of better terms, Mexican Parmesan, but it's so good. Like anytime I have tacos or anything like that, I gotta have Cotija cheese. So you can take it and just kind of let it snowfall. It's okay if it gets everywhere, or maybe that's my coping mechanism, I don't know. None of this process is necessary. This is literally just me showing you guys how I go about making the thumbnail. Now we got some tahini. It's gonna give us some color and some amazing flavor. So, and I'm also gonna put a little tahini right in the middle of our crema, just to make it look like, ooh, it's got some extra something there. Block it from getting in there. Okay, next up, the cilantro. So I'll put a little bit in here, boom. And wherever it just feels right for a little pop of green. I feel like there's not a lot going over there, so we'll do here, here, here. Honestly, had I brushed this again with like some butter, I think all these herbs and spices would be sticking better. I think that looks great. How about a Modelo? That's gonna be my poor choice. It's a nice Modelo beer right over there. And I think, my friends, we're gonna call that a day. These are Mexican style corn ribs in the air fryer. This took like a total of 30 minutes to make. And those 30 minutes are gonna be some of the most rewarding moments of your life. Hey, this is Poor Choices Kitchen. We have a Patreon link down in the description. $1 a month is all we ask for to pay for recipes in these here inflated times. And we also have YouTube memberships. I believe those are $2.99, and that goes towards the same thing, helping keep this channel funded. And I just wanna say, I haven't been able to post in the last 2 months because I just started a new job that requires a lot of my focus and attention, but in that time, I have been taking your Patreon donations and just stacking it up. So we're about to have a really fun summer of just really good recipes, especially now that things are starting to calm down and I actually have time and bandwidth to edit these episodes. But I really do appreciate everyone who's been helping out the channel. Like, you don't have to always donate monetarily. You can also just share, you can comment, you can like. All those things go a long way in helping us. And drop down in the comments just what you want to see this summer. I'm always hesitant to do stuff on the grill because I know not all of you have grills, but maybe you don't care. You just want to have a reason to buy a grill, and watching my video is going to be that reason. By the way, I'm testing out some brisket tacos that will be done in like 2 hours. I can't wait for those to be done. That's probably gonna be coming up next, depending on how they come out. They're Chipotle style. So if you remember Chipotle's brisket, I'm making that. Otherwise, I'll see you all back here another time. Peace.